What's going on, guys? It's OneLove here, and finally I'm bringing back a new video. If you guys saw my polls for the voting, I had 3 options to vote for. I had the creatine video, I had a video where I do Donald Trump's diet, and then I had a video where I do a prisoner diet and prisoner workout for 24 hours. So that one is gonna be a challenge. The voting went number 1, creatine with I believe 12 votes. Number 2 was the prisoner diet with 9 votes. And number 3 was the Trump diet with about 7 votes. So we're gonna see how those videos work out. But today I'm bringing you guys the creatine video. Basically guys, I'm just gonna be explaining how creatine works at the cellular level, how it's gonna be aiding you in your workouts, and some benefits of taking it. Also, the negatives of taking it. I've had many people actually ask me how it works. Should I take it? Is it beneficial? Whatever. And this video is gonna explain it to you guys. It's gonna help you out. I've taken it quite a bit. I've done all my research on it that I possibly can, and I'm gonna help you guys understand what creatine really is. All right, guys, so first of all, the way it works. So creatine is naturally produced in your body, and it is a phosphocreatine cell. Basically, what it's doing is it's fueling your ATP cells, which are your energy cells that are mainly used in the first 5 to 10 seconds of exercises or really any activity. So something like a quick sprint down the court in basketball, maybe a 100-meter sprint or a 1-rep maximum on the bench press, that's where creatine is really gonna be helping you. The creatine phosphate, phosphocreatine that's made in your system, in your cells, donates that phosphagen to an ADP cell, which then becomes an ATP cell, which is what is basically used for your muscles to contract. And the more of those cells that you have, the better and stronger the contraction is gonna be. Thus, the heavier weight you're gonna be lifting, the stronger you're gonna be sprinting, the better you'll perform at the start of any activity or in a short, intense activity. A big misconception, guys, is that creatine makes you big, that it's steroids, something like that. Creatine does not make you big. Creatine is in your cells. The more creatine phosphate you have, the more phosphate cells you can donate to your ATP, the more and the stronger contractions you can have, lifting more weight, lifting that heavier weight faster, and getting stronger faster, which obviously will lead to bigger and better muscles. So it's really like a ladder you have to climb. This is just kind of boost to get up that ladder. Now that we have that part out of the way, guys, I'm gonna show you the different types of creatine there are. There are many different types of creatine. The ones that I take, I have right here. First is the creatine HCl, so hydrochloride, and then I have my creatine monohydrate. This one is huge. Creatine monohydrate is the most researched form of creatine. There are other types of creatine, like HCl is basically just it's a faster absorbing version of creatine, so you don't have to take as much. Creatine, the recommended amount to take daily is 5 grams per day. This is 2 to 3 grams. Research really varies, guys. HCl does not have that much research. Monohydrate has, you could go online, insane amounts of research. It is proven to work. HCl, it works, it's creatine, but we don't know for sure if it's better than the monohydrate. And right here, guys, just so you can see on the label, what it says is improved performance in high-intensity strength training, like I said, and that high-intensity strength training would be your phosphagen system, which is used in the first 5 to 10 seconds of any activity, like we said before. And it increases muscle mass, strength, and size, which not fully true, because like I said, it's helping you get stronger quicker, which will help your muscles develop faster. You're not taking it immediately, gonna be nice, big, and muscular. That's testosterone, guys. You gotta take steroids for that. This is very different. So guys, one big way when you start creatine, you could do a loading phase, which is basically taking 20 grams of creatine a day for the first 7 days that you're using it. That is a very popular form of taking it. You could see just like 1 scoop of this, like this is 5 grams. That's all I take in 1 day. So if you were going to load, you'd have to take 5 grams, that scoop, 4 times a day for 1 week. Do I recommend it? Why not? It'll get that creatine to your muscles as fast as possible, but you really don't have to do that. You could just take it normally, 5 grams a day, and by the time you hit 28 days, it'll be the exact same amount as if you loaded or if you just took the 5 grams a day. There will be no difference. As to what I'd recommend if you're buying creatine, if you're first gonna start taking it, you obviously don't have to get a tub this huge. You get one this size, you get one that's just like one cylinder, they're not that big. I would just recommend a creatine monohydrate because that is the most researched form of it and the most proven to work. If you're just a beginner, you just started working out, you really don't need creatine. You're gonna see your results, you're gonna see massive gains in just the first 2 months of working out, 3 months of working out. But if you've been working out for like a year or longer, you know, you're experienced, you're seeing these diminishing returns where you're exercising just as hard, if not harder than before, you're eating healthy, you're resting, you're sleeping, you're doing everything that you can, drinking enough water, whatever, and you're just not seeing those great gains like you were before. It happens to everyone. That's just the principle of diminishing returns, one of the biggest principles of exercise. Creatine is really gonna help you there, guys. You're gonna need that to get to that next level. Creatine is what's gonna take you there. And also, guys, if you're combining your creatine with progressive overload, as you should be doing, even if you're not taking creatine, basically, guys, if you're not sure what progressive overload is, you're most likely already doing it. As you progress in your workouts, you gotta, bring the weight up, make the intensity higher, or else you're not gonna see gains. Because if you're benching the exact same amount of weight every day for a few months, you're eventually gonna stop seeing gains. It's gonna get too easy for you. You gotta increase that weight as you progress in your workouts. Now, guys, if you're just starting to take creatine, this part of the video is definitely for you because this is how I'm gonna explain how you're gonna maximize the way you're taking it. So basically, guys, like I said earlier, you could rather do your loading phase of 20 grams a day for 1 week, or just take that 5 grams a day and do that for the rest of your creatine phase. What you're gonna wanna do, guys, is take creatine with water. There is a recommended amount of water you should take it with on the back, but it really doesn't matter. You could take it with as much water as you want. And during your days, drink as much water as possible, especially when you first start taking it. This is very important because since you just started taking creatine, your body's not very used to it. It's gonna pull as much water as it can from your body into your muscles. And that can result in dehydration and the worst, the creatine shits. You get the worst diarrhea if you don't drink enough water, guys. I'm serious. You need to make sure you're drinking more than enough water while you're taking creatine, because you can ask anyone that takes creatine. I'd say at least 80% of them have made the mistake of not taking enough water, and that's when it flows. So guys, for meals, when you take your creatine, the best thing I can recommend is carb loading and taking your creatine. Before I go to the gym, I will take my HCl because it is faster absorbed creatine. So what I like to do is take my creatine before I eat not very large, but a medium-sized meal, about an hour and a half before the gym. And usually it's like a carb-dominated type of meal, maybe like 2 sandwiches or something like that with thick pieces of bread, so you can definitely get those carbs in there. Maybe some fruits and veggies, maybe some oatmeal, things like that. And then after the gym, what I like to do is take my creatine monohydrate because it's slower absorbing and it'll definitely just stay in your body through the day, through the night, help you regain the ATP and creatine phosphates that you use while you're working out. Usually what I'll take this with is I'll just throw the creatine in my protein shake. It's really easy, it's simple, and you obviously still get that creatine in your system. So guys, I hope these recommendations help you. I hope this starts your journey, getting you to that next level, taking creatine. It's nothing bad, guys. Like, there are some studies that say creatine can result in balding as men mature, but it's really not proven, guys. It's just, if you already have in your genetics, balding's already gonna happen. Creatine isn't gonna boost it. It's not gonna do anything. You're most likely gonna be called bald anyways. I'm sorry. I gotta tell you. My dad's bald. I'm probably gonna be bald. It's not the creatine. But yeah, guys, I hope this video helps you out. Hopefully this takes your workouts to the next level. Like I said, you can take your creatine monohydrate. That's what I recommend starting with. It's definitely like a chalky, powdery type thing. You just take it with water. It's really easy, guys. Take my recommendations that I use in this video. Maximize your potential. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.